Welcome back to another video here on Madden 24, and today we're going to be doing the hardest thing you can do, which is have fun on Madden. But besides that, the second hardest thing you can do is rebuild a 0 overall team. Now, I wanted to do the Jaguars. They've been a very good team to me in the rebuild space. And then I was like, that's going to take a long time. I'm going to look for a roster. Seen the Raiders, and I was like, close enough. Of course, if you wanted to do the exact same thing I'm doing here, stop copying me. Like, what are you doing? But the user, which this is on Xbox Next Gen, is Chewy. So CHEWY 75757. And this is his roster. 0 overalls. He even has them all cut down to 53. So I didn't have to figure out who is well, to be fair, they might be broke as hell now, but I didn't have to figure out who was, needing to be cut and all that. The problem with a 0 overall rebuild is obviously you have a really bad team. But the second part is, well, you clicked the wrong button. Outside of those two problems, though, there's another problem that's really big if we can actually get to it anytime soon. And that, of course, is, well, he actually has 0 cap deficit. But most of these guys will have penalties, right? A lot of these guys, like Devontae Adams, should have a penalty. Somebody stop exposing me for not knowing what I'm doing here. And there you go. So this is a 12 overall player that will not be a contributor for the team down the line, yet he's 33 mil guaranteed. So we have $40 million worth of a player that is basically useless. The only value these guys have is really just giving us bad draft picks early on. Free agency will not be off limits. The draft and trade downs will not be off limits, but we all know that quarterback is the most important position. So if we land number 1 and there is a generational looking player, I may have to go for them. Another thing that's kind of funny, but tell me and explain to me why I actually reordered the depth chart for 5 minutes when they're all 12 overalls. I mean, I guess you want to see Jimmy and all them starting, but I actually reordered the depth chart to put all the starters in, despite the fact that they're all literally 0 overalls. What is even the point? But either way, let's get on to it. Also, even though it's not perfect, shout out to EA for finally fixing the UI. It is so much faster than it used to be. It's still obviously, not the fastest. There's some things like clicking edit player, and sometimes when you're going right bumper, left bumper on the the player's card itself, it's not the fastest, but overall it is vastly improved, and we definitely appreciate it. Especially if you do rebuilds. It is very, very slow, and it was only slower because of that laggy UI. But finally, it is fixed, and we'll be able to finally use it in this 0-17 realm. Of course, probably going to be doing speed rebuilds now as well, since the UI is, for the most part, fixed. Middle linebacker. All right, I don't know where he's going to be projected to go, but middle linebacker. I don't know what middle is, but middle linebacker. But yeah, speed rebuilds should be coming at some point. A lot of people have asked me about the Bears franchise, which, quarterback looking pretty good there. The Bears franchise, which is, underway, but we've only played 1, maybe 2 games. And I want to get at least 3 or 4 games in, just in case you guys kill it on that. And, we have goals, and you guys, hit those, and it's back-to-back-to-back days. We play every 2 to 3 days, so at the end of the day, that's going to go very quickly if, you guys are liking the video and we're hitting those marks. But speaking of liking the videos, maybe think about leaving a like on this one. Maybe subscribe if you're new. I think 40% of you aren't subscribed, which is not terrible numbers. I know there's some channels just 60% aren't. But yeah, it would mean a ton to me. And yeah, let's see if we can get this done in 5 seasons. That's the usual cutoff point for a rebuild. That's the challenge. So that is still going to stand in this case. Obviously, I'm not going to worry about negotiations. Well, there's no one really that we need to negotiate. Just need to see the scouting, and that was really it. We did indeed go 0-17, but at the same time, I am curious to see what actual overall, games we were playing. Oh, wow. There was not a lot of scoring. Was there any scoring? We put up 0 points on the entire season. Normally, you see 3, maybe a 7-er. We gave up an average of 80 points a game, probably. Does it actually show you? I think you could do the math, which I suppose I'll take a look at real quick, especially since, once again, the UI is fixed, so it's a little bit faster than it was before. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. So, where's these points per game? 0. The Texans are haha, loses, even though they're 16.9, which isn't great either. The worst rushing yards in the league at negative 400 and only 1,000 passing yards, which, I mean, hell, the Bears and once again the Texans, not much worse. You know, none of that. What about first down? 62 first downs. Points given up, 1,512. Over 10,000 yards given up. They did have 5 interceptions, though, which is pretty impressive. 0 sacks, 0 fumbles. There's a couple of teams that actually had 0 fumbles, though, in fairness. 1,500 points. I got to see what that is. 88.9 points a game allowed. That would be for some great football. It would make for some great football. 63 interceptions for Jimmy G. Rushing, like we said, is all negative. Negative 342 yards for Jacobs. That's like impossible this Madden. Like everyone runs for yardage. The receiver numbers are crazy low. Obviously no scoring. What about the sacks allowed? Honestly, not as bad as I would have thought. I've seen like 18, 19 sack seasons in Madden Sim for guys that are like in the 80s. So that's not even that crazy. Sack totals we've seen were 0 interceptions. 2 for Faceson. Christopher Smith with 2. And then Marcus Peters with 1. Kicking 0 for 2. Didn't get much field position. And then AJ Colmes rides in and punt like 2,000 times. Kick return, punt return game. Pretty tame stuff. There's really no point in looking at the awards or anything like that. So let's just hop on to the offseason. Once again, free agency is fair game, but will we have the ability to do that? We're going to try to release any player we can and, obviously not re-sign any players because there's just no point to. But in general, we still might not have a whole lot of money to spend. So 60 mil, which is not terrible. Who won the Super Bowl? It is the Cowboys. Dev-ups don't matter. Retirements, we hope for some. And then re-signings, I didn't actually take a look at, but hopefully we lose some big-name, expensive players in this. Jacobs is one of them. Bilal Nichols, Ty. I mean, some okay names. Some of these guys might actually be expensive or would have been expensive, so saving a little bit there. I'm trying to think of what you want to develop first. Maybe, get a quarterback and wide receivers with a running back, perhaps? I don't know, but I don't want to spend any crazy money on a player that likely won't be here when we actually have the team set, if that's possible, as we're now a 26 overall team. Probably a bunch of practice squad signings, but 29-year-old players just aren't going to cut it unless it's like a QB. Jordan Brooks, probably not worth the money because, once again, we're far from being ready. I don't know if free agency is going to be viable for us. I guess Grant Delpit might not be terrible. If they're 26 or younger, I almost said less, that might be who we go for. And there's a couple of names here that we might go for, but for the most part, it is going to be the draft. All right, so about $25 million spent in this situation. Hoping to get at least a few of these players. And most of them seem to be here. Oh, no, who do we lose? Oh, no way. I offered Peoples-Jones a 5-year 70, and he signs with the Bears on a 3-year 27. I actually might need to undo that and turn off the thing. You can call it cheating, but I refuse in a very realistic... I can't. People are going to cry, dude. People are going to be like, well, you cheated. You cheated. He would clearly take a 3-year 27 with a really bad team to go, instead of a 5-year 70 with a really bad team. Clearly. We literally just set him up for life. And he takes that deal? I mean, that's still life as well, but $70 million, he's never going to see better than that. He just won't, and we just lost him because of just really good coding. I actually can't believe that. Not even just the scheme interest bullcrap, but he was the highest interest for us in general. Obviously, if it was turned off, he would have signed, immediately, but that's pain. I mean, I guess we just draft a bunch of wide receivers. He would have been such a good fit, too, and, well, that's gone. All right, we're in the draft, and obviously we have pick number 1 overall. I don't know about the quarterback because he looks decent, but I don't know how good he is because even though oh, there he goes, 1 to 2. Ooh, a top 5 being 1 to 2. I mean, he looks intriguing. Great throw power, very athletic. We just talked about how a franchise-type quarterback do you really pass on? But at the same time, if I trade down, I could really set up the future of this team. And I think I almost have to. In a 0 overall rebuild, to try and win a Super Bowl as quick as possible, set even a challenge, if you will, a precedent, I think you need to trade down from the highest pick you can. And obviously with pick 1 overall, You can't really get any higher than that. A couple of, decent offers. The Bears even, from 1 to 4, getting a first round next year from them is not bad. The Vikings down to 19, but you get 2 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. It'd be nice to find a team that has multiple in this year, though, which I don't know how many of that is going to be the case, if any. And the Eagles are offering a pretty good trade, too. I don't know. It's like, do you want more for this year or do you want more for next year? The Eagles they're giving me a lot for this year, and I'm still getting those first next year. Dropping to 26 is a jump, but I'm going to do it, I think. The trade calculator says it's kind of close, but obviously it doesn't really factor in future picks, and those are pretty future. A lot next year, and then one of the first rounds is, 2 years from now. But either way, Philadelphia is at 1 overall, and they use it on a pass rusher. I still have mainly 2 to 3s, so I'm going to keep trading down, I think. I don't necessarily love this pick for the Colts, but we are getting a bunch more for this year, so I'm going to take it down to like the middle of the second round. I don't think this trade's great either. We get a 4th next year, but we're not moving back too far, so I'm probably going to start taking some players here at 8, assuming hopefully some of them are still there. I think some of the big positions to grab would probably be like wide receiver, because there's a couple of decent ones here, so that's probably the focus. Quarterback's still there. He's not great, but he's a day 3. He's got some potential, so I'm probably going to go for him. I think wide receiver 6'3" Birmingham looks great, so that's who I'm going to take. Not the most athletic guy in the world, but definitely fast enough for a big body. Khalid Birmingham, who is hidden development trait, 93 speed, excel, change of direction, all that is kind of low, but hidden development trait had all those great, key ratings. I think he was definitely worth the selection. Ooh, the 1 to 2 safety Scott was still there. Seahawks landed themselves a nice player. And I suppose, even though he's not the most athletic, he's definitely athletic enough. Donovan Bennett, 21 years old. Decent key ratings. Only 5'10", but that doesn't really matter in sim. And, slower than I would have thought. And only normal dev. And we also do have Christian Fulton already from free agency. So I think, as far as high cornerbacks go, that might be where we call it. If, obviously, we had, most of the other positions filled, I wouldn't really care. I'd do another one. But we are missing a lot. So, realistically, I can't take another corner when we already technically have 2. Assuming that guy's key ratings are anywhere near where they're supposed to be, he's probably fine as is, even if he's normal. And even though safety's not that big of a position, I do like TJ Sweet a bit, so I think I'm going to take him here, a 440. Do I actually? O-line's probably more important. And we need 5 of them. So, what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 linemen. And only a few of them are 3 to 4s. We have 5 3 to 4s, or 4 3 to 4s actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no way we're going to get them all. But I think the only way we even come close to getting close to all of them, getting them all, would be to trade down even further. So I'm going to try to get to the late second. Wow, what a riveting offer, EA. I guess the Niners are giving me my best pick. We're going to have some pretty nice picks for next year, unless we just win every game somehow. We're going to go to 23 and keep moving. I'm probably going to have to take... Oh, that was a good trade-up because that was one of the linemen I had. Do I maybe just take someone now just in case? Because then I could potentially land all the 3 to 4s with whoever, if there's a 2 to 3 remaining. There is only 2 to 3s. I might take the tackle. It's hard to find like a true tackle. I'm going to go with Brandon Bond. Hidden, nice, 1 of 5. The cornerback was not, but he is. We love it. We obviously still need that damn quarterback too. Day 3, I mean... Don't know how good he's actually going to be, but he's kind of our best choice. It's not much, but, Chicago's going to keep us still pretty high in the 3rd round, and obviously we're going to get like a 5th next year maybe? I don't even know, but, moving back a couple of spots, once again, when we're desperate, why not? And then wide receivers. This guy's weird because he's not the most fast player in the world, but he has that A catch, B catch in traffic. And like we've seen in the past with players, he's got a special build to him. Elite change of direction, elite excel, great agility. I wasn't even going to grab him until I just realized last second that he was there. I'm actually going to take Jimmy Bass because I think he might be a decent overall. And he is hidden, so that's a great start. And with that change of direction and excel, there is a legit chance that he is actually like a special build player. And now we can see Swede finally went, so we would have definitely reached for him, but still, he could have been worth it. We're kind of building up the offense right now. We're pulling the Chicago Bears strat right now, which is a good strat. Develop the offense first, worry about the defense later. Even though Rob Peterson's still there and he's a 2 to 3, he was the one guy I didn't really get to scout much at all. He is strong, but he is very rough. I don't think I can take him just because he's a 2 to 3. I'd rather take like Hookland, but I think Schaub is the best available. So I'm going to go Skylar Schaub here. Another hidden. Nice. 2 of 5. The most important positions to get hidden for, technically. I don't know how many of these linemen are going to go, but I can trade up. I don't even know why I said that. I definitely can. So I'm really hoping that Hookland's still there, but he probably won't be. Hookland's still there. Anyone else? Tight end, Jose Miller is probably a bigger need, though. Once again, tight end is a super hard position to develop. Eric Brown looks decent, too, but D3, I'd be grabbing him soon anyways. 6'5", 21 years old. Not the most athletic, but good enough, and the key ratings are solid, so that's who we're going to take. And he's hidden. Now, this is a big one. This is a good one. Hidden development tight end is very hit or miss for me lately, and like I said, it is a tough position to develop. There's many rebuilds where we go and just don't even get a single dev up for them, and we just got one that doesn't technically need one. He could even be higher than star, but obviously I wouldn't have put any money on it, but still, that is a mad win. Do we really want to get rid of that many 7th rounds, actually? Can I do like a 4th and 5th next with the 7th? I should take away the 7th just in case it's enough. Why did I think that was even going to come close? We might be a little screwed. I think I'm going to trade up at least that pick. I need to at least get Moreland, I think was his name. Hookland? I don't even know. I've already forgotten. A 4th and 2 5ths next year with a 7th this year for that 3rd round pick, which drops our next draft pick to the middle of the 4th round. We got to make sure that this pick is what we want, because running back wouldn't hurt, even though we got Gibson. Oh my lord, I almost forgot about the QB. I guess we're not going for the lineman. Like, I don't know if the QB is going to be good at all, but we need somebody, and at least if he's decent with that elite throw power, okay key ratings, we at least have someone to develop that maybe does sneakily develop. I don't know, but Derek Aldridge is my pick. He is normal, but he does have 94 throw power, so we're going to be missing out on that offensive lineman. We're only going to get 2 of them. We do have Cesar Ruiz, so we technically only need 2 more, actually. It wasn't out of 5, actually, because we already have 1. None of my pass rushers are there still, which really hurts. Kramer's still there, which, I mean, I'm debating, but I need Francois more. I need a DT. So Larry Francois, I mean, pretty strong, decent key ratings. Dev, also normal, sadly, but, the later you go in the draft, the more common that's going to be. And the corner's still there. The value is immense. But there is also a couple of 6'6" wide receivers. I don't know how true those key ratings are, but like a 4.3 340 with good speed, great excel, I've got to take the chance. And he's hidden. So unless he's just a complete bum, I mean, he's another one of those special build players. And Kramer's still there in the 7th round. I don't know what the hell's happening here, but I'm going to take him. I'm Imani Kramer. Normal development trade, but it doesn't matter. I mean, 2 to 3. There was a chance I could have taken him earlier in the draft, so the fact that he's still there, I kind of had no choice. And then my UDFA running backs there, why not? We'll take anyone we think is halfway decent. 90 speed, 91 excel. I don't know if he's good or not, but still, let's take a look at how good that QB is. Obviously, he's going to be the starter just by default, so it would be nice to see if he was halfway decent. 24 mil left in cap. Might be able to release some players, though. In general, though, 76, 76... 72, 77, 72, 72, 69 for the QB, which kind of sucks. 71, 72, 68, 68. I don't really care too much about the devs. We'll see them at the end of the season, but this guy is kind of a freak at his height, and he just had a bunch of random, like, crazy traits. Star development trade, I was about to say, like, realistically, as someone that's 6'6" with a little bit of speed and excel should probably just be normal, because, they're already kind of a crazy build, but yeah, he is extremely raw, but another one of those 6'6" guys with 99 juke move. We've seen it a few times now. It's weird, but sure, why not? I guess. Let's take actually a look how good the QB was, even if his overall is a little lower. That's usable. That is usable. Average sense of pressure, even for a guy that's a little bit later. That is a usable quarterback. And then one of the other guys I wanted to see was Jimmy Bass. Our wide receivers actually look pretty good already, which is surprising. These types of players like we've seen before. Their release is a little bit on the lower side, but hey, not bad. Andy Superstar, that's a mad good draft pick. Let's take a look at the other wide receiver, Birmingham. I wasn't going to, but after seeing that, I kind of want to see, ooh, this guy's nice. He's got like a lot of green traits. Like everything's like 75 or higher rated. It's kind of crazy. Let's take a look at that over. Oh my God, all we have is 82. Star development trait, fair enough. And then the tight end, pretty big selection here. As we kind of got like half of our offense solved, assuming these guys are going to be as good as they look, and because they're hidden. Okay, that's a really good pick. That's the best tight end I've taken this Madden, I believe. A superstar X Factor. Now I almost have to take... Well, let's take a look at this corner first real quick. But I got to take a look at the tight end I was going to solve. I was going to... What is that called? I was going to settle on. That's the word. I was going to settle. I was like, the other guy looks pretty good too. Is he day 3? You might be able to save a little bit of draft picks. I need to see this tight end now. I want to see how much I almost sold. Because there's no way he's going to be an X Factor too. Here he is, 69 overall, even lower overall, and normal. We would have went from X Factor to normal. The odds of that would, oh my lord, that would have been so sad. Especially since he only went like 15 picks later. That's why I said I'm going to take him, because I was like, day 3, it's basically, this pick anyways. I see day 3 if it's a player I really want. Ooh, and a mentor rookie. If it's a player I really want as a mid-third anyways. So it would have been the other guy, if not him. Kirkland's going to get himself a dev up from Antonio Gibson, working him up. We'll take it. Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo can be replaced. We're going to be releasing a bunch of players that don't have... I forgot about the restructure. That don't have a big dead hit. And we're just going to release them if we can save a bunch of money, because we're going to need to. Maybe not right now, but it would definitely help, especially for trying to sign free agents, which we did already. Some. We already have some, speaking of free agents, some guys that EA signed for us. So the team might even be like a 60-some overall, perhaps. Holy crap, these contracts are brutal. All right, we got our Season 2 team. The center, the right guard, the right tackle look pretty good. Ruiz is a little older, like 25, which, the progression of a lineman is kind of limited early on, really. So we'll see what happens there. But the right side looks pretty good. Left tackle, left guard needs to be replaced. Wide receivers and tight end are very good, though. Running back, we'll probably have to replace at some point. Quarterback, we might have to replace. We'll see what happens. Defensively, we need to be in a 4-3, because that's what I have kind of built up here. So we're going to move to a 4-3. We'll have... this guy who I randomly found in free agency, he was a 66 overall, I think, and middle linebacker, middle left out, and obviously his zone coverage kind of sucks, but block shed's decent. I mean, a lot of these guys, if we didn't get someone in the draft to start them, to start at one of the positions, we just found somebody in free agency. What can you do? Definitely a lot of work that needs to be done on the defense, but we did do a pretty good job on offense, and we did, once again, add that extra draft pick, a couple of draft picks, really. I think we have an extra first, second, couple of thirds or fourths, I believe, but... Either way, an okay start. Not perfect. 56 overall from 0, which is actually pretty bad, to be fair. Like we said, Kirkland is now star dev. Well, we got a breakout. Epinesa is now a star dev. I don't know if he's got long-term potential on this team. That's a really good start, though. But 20K, fair enough. We actually were able to get a singular win kind of early on. Don't know what our safety prospects are for the future, so I'll keep Stearns around. Epinesa... Similar situation. He actually has 85 power move, so 2-year 16, just to be safe, isn't the worst. Burgess, we don't need. We just got Stearns. Anyone else? Calais Campbell, I'm surprised is even around still. I saw him in free agency. I just picked him up on the 1-year minimum. Dicker could get the long term. We'll see how well he's playing, because he is on the younger side, but no one really to sign, but a couple of the older, the veterans on this team potentially going to be leaving soon, maybe saving us some more money. We're 3-13, and the Buccaneers are 3-13. If we win, which we did not, that could have screwed our draft pick up. Don't know what pick that actually is, but another pretty bad season. But we did get 3 wins, which is an improvement. Not the worst team in the league, though, apparently. The Cardinals are still worse. That's really saying something there, but let's take a look and see if anyone had any individual seasons that were decent. Quarterback was not great. Running back was not great either, but it was okay considering we have a bad line. Receivers were okay. The tight end was actually decent considering all situations. Blocking was okay, once again, considering the situation. Sacks, pretty bad all across the board. Interceptions, Bennett with 3 was okay. Dicker, really bad, but we signed him already to a 2-year 7, so deal with it. And that's really it. Let's go take a look at any awards. Maybe the cornerback would have got Rookie of the Year on defense. I don't know, but there's at least a chance at it, I suppose, so we might as well take a look. And he did. He actually won Defensive Rookie of the Year, so at least you got a singular dev up. Eagles versus the Broncos. We're 73 overall now. The morale is probably actually down even, so it might even be higher, but we're about to lose some players anyways. And I don't know what they did with the update, but I think it's like they messed up the screen for some reason, and you can't actually see the last played game like you used to be able to, but the Eagles did win And we're about to find out if we got any dev-ups. Like I said, the cornerback should have gotten one, and that might be it, honestly. Bass was superstar. I believe we knew that. Birmingham was star. I believe we knew that. So nobody changed. Our quarterback didn't go up in dev. Bennett is a superstar. He was only normal, right? Star probably for the picks, and then Defensive Rookie of the Year got him to superstar. That is a hell of a season for him. Might have been some linebackers that got star like this guy, which now maybe begs the question of, do you keep him? Because he's only 23, he's 71 overall, about to be 72. Bad zone, but good block shed. Might actually have to have a conversation now. And a 2-year 6 isn't terrible, so if he does a 2-year, I guess 8, I'm going to have to go all the way to 2-year 8. Resign, so we at least have an option. We're not completely screwed at the position. We got someone young that can develop, even though his coverage is going to be terrible. That's okay. I mean, 88 mil left. You know, every single season we go on here is more of the expensive players that aren't actually starting being shed, giving us more money and better chance to turn it around. 68 overall before using any of our draft picks or free agency money. Our highest overall is a punter, which is great. And there appears to be not really many we can release. I think we can get rid of Myers and Colton Miller, but the rest are sticking around. Although there's not many rest in general, to be fair. We're actually almost rid of all these players anyways. All right, after those releases, 111 mil. Who is here? Ooh, wide receiver 1, even though we don't really need that position. Quinn Miners is hard to pass on, too. Quarterback's not really here. Jordan Love would be the best option, maybe Trey Lance, but it's just not worth it. I don't even know how much they're asking for. It's not bad, to be fair. Running backs aren't really top-notch names. I think even though we're kind of set at wide receiver, you almost have to go for Ayuk. He's a 91 overall X Factor who's 27. If I can get him on 20 mil per year, which seems like it'll get the job done, I mean, I think I have no choice but to go for him, right? Oh my, the teams are higher than us. I mean, this would just be asking for, like, a miracle, so a 4-year 84, please put us in the list. It doesn't even put us on the next notch. Please, I need him. I really don't, but I need him anyways. I want him. Okay, we're in the conversation. That's all you could ask for. You also have Wills on the list, but I don't know about him. Miner seems like a great deal, though, so hopefully with his real great interest in joining the team that it gives us a notch above everyone else. Oh, it gives us a big notch over everyone else. Do I do a 3-year instead? 3 to 30 for a team that's got a lot of money is not bad. He's a very high overall. I might even just do the whole damn, like, 5-year or something. Do we just do a 4-year deal and just lock him in for basically the rest of this rebuild? 4-year 40 is not bad. And I could really use a pass rusher, but I don't know if you're going to find one. It's a very hard position to find in free agency. Odigizua is not bad. Probably better than anyone we're going to get, but I'm not really super interested in it. Away. I've got to pay. I've got to pay away. 3 to 36? Tell me. Tell me. Oh, the Texans are going to steal him. I'm going to do a 3-year 40. I don't want to lose him. Pass rusher's so hard to find. That's the best I can do. Jack Sanborn doesn't really fit what we need, technically. It's a bit of a slower coverage guy. We're going to need to get our own other side edge rusher. I'm really hoping Away joins us. If he doesn't, that is bad. That is, like, really unfortunate. Those are the players I'm going to go for, though. Please. Even if it's not Ayuk, at least the other guys. That's all right. I mean, we really wanted Ayuk, but that is, if we were going to lose any of those players outside of Miners, that's who. So basically, we just didn't want to lose Away. That's long story short. All right, Arizona pick 1 overall. What do they want? They want a running back. All right, that is interesting. We have a quarterback, that Timmons guy that I was looking at does look very good. The guy we just had didn't really do anything for us. He's only normal. This guy doesn't look much better, but he has the round 1 talent, which is like top 10, which is definitely different from 1 to 2. I probably should have looked at the other guy. I am debating this. I am debating it because it's, you know, I would like to see AA, BA or something like that, 3 A's at least, but I don't know. I didn't get to scout the other guys, but I think they were 23 anyways. Timmons, I think I might take the chance on. Quarterback is a massive need, and we have a lot of our offense already set. So even if our defense sucks, we should still be able to win games and do well and develop guys on offense with a good QB. So I'm going to take Bernie Timmons. Please do not be normal, dude. Yes. Hidden development trait, 94 throw power. The taller, the better this year, it seems. Or just like in the NFL in general as well. Can't believe the Eagles gave us literally pick 32. They could have given us like 25 or 26 or something. No, They had to go out and win the damn Super Bowl. Move back 12 spots for a 4th-round pick. That does not seem great, but at the same time, we need so much that I'm going to do it. And I don't know if this guy's going to be good, Justin King. He's not the most athletic, but he is on the bigger side, kind of giving me Epinesa vibes. But edge rusher is so hard to find outside of the top 10 picks in the draft that I might actually take him a little early just in case he goes at like 8 or 9 and I can't get him with that pick 44. So Justin King is going to be my choice. He is hidden. A little bit on the slower side, 81 speed, 87 excel, 87 strength. He looks pretty sick, to be fair. He's at least hidden. He could only be star, and he could really just never do well, but it could always be worse. And most of my players are actually 3 to 4s, but this corner's not. So I'm going to take Woodard, who is 21 years old only. Solid speed, but elite excel and change of direction. 6'4", I'm going to take the chance on him. And hidden development trade. Normally, these guys are, normal most of the time, so that is a pretty good pick in my book. And even though this isn't even really fair, the first team that screwed us for only 12 spots in the first round gave us a 4th-round pick, so I'm going to steal the Vikings' 4th-round pick to make up for the bad trade that we had earlier. Plus, the Vikings are really bad at trading in the draft. They always lose value, it seems. And the Bears, it's not a great trade, but I'm not moving back too far, so I'm going to go with the Bears and get to the 3rd round. Be cheaper to get the players anyways, I suppose. The later you go, the less you have to pay him. Yes, we're sleazebags around here. We're trying to get it as cheap as possible. Beard looks pretty good. We need, one more lineman now because we got minors. Not the type of minors that get you in trouble. Conley's still there. The safety's still there. He's actually pretty decent looking. 21 years old, 6'2". Speed's not the greatest. Who do we even have at safety? It's like Delpit and Stearns, right? I'm going to take Anthony Bird. Hidden development trait. 89 speed. We're doing pretty well for ourselves. Now comes the lineman where, once again, you don't want these guys to be normals. Could also use DT as we have, none. We need one lineman, so honestly, I'd probably go with the DT before then, right? I want Moreland more, ironically enough, but he is a nose tackle type. Doesn't really fit what we need in a 4-3, so I'm going to go with Kasim Miller instead, who is also hidden development trait. 93 strength, we'll take it. And I think we're going to move down a little bit until most of our linemen are gone, which so far we're seeing some of them. Melvin Hill goes. We still don't have any linebackers though, which is really, and there goes a billion of them. Lindsey's gone too. I mean, I really don't have the trade up ability here. We didn't really trade down in this one, so next year is going to be thin as hell. We still have 2 linemen. I guess we could live with Dylan if we had to. And I would like to get 1 linebacker. So Pounds or Bayless, Dylan or Beard. And Beard goes right there, of course. The other guy is a day 3, though, so you might as well wait a little bit. And Bayless goes, so it's time to trade for back-to-back picks, I think. Might have been a little high, but a late 4th and our mid-4th for a mid-3rd. That's actually probably pretty fair value. Actually, it was more than a mid-4th. It was literally the beginning. Of course, I didn't even go for the Falcons. I just went for the first team I seen. We're going to try to go to the Falcons now. And we trade a 4th and a 5th this year with a 5th next year to get to that 3rd-round pick. Kind of screwed for the rest of this draft probably, but we will likely land our 2 players we want unless we decide to go a different route. Lineman is important, but I think linebacker is more important first. So Jeremy Pounds, another hidden development trade. I don't know what Bayless was like, but we at least landed a good player. And then I'm debating on this lineman because A, he might not be hidden, and B, we can live with some random linemen, but we do need to develop DT. This is obviously a DT. He's huge, more of a nose tackle, but I'm going to go with the nose tackle, actually. And he is hidden. Not surprising. A lot of guys are hidden at that position, but we actually kind of killed it, though. Gotta say. We traded a 6th this, a 6th next, and a 4th next for the high pick from the Cardinals in the 4th this round. Still have pretty much everything intact for next year, and that left guard, Dillon, or was he left guard? I don't know. He's some sort of lineman. Yeah, left guard Austin Dillon is still there, and he's got decent key rating, so we might actually finish our line. And we do! Hidden development trait. We are set. We are set. I don't know how well the team's going to actually play, but we actually turned the team around pretty decently well. There's obviously still a lot of guys that need to develop, but as far as our draftings go, I mean, one of our worst picks was that cornerback who was normal last year, and he ended up getting, an award win and several interceptions, which got him the dev up to superstar. Kicker's not great, but our kicker's not great either. This is the best kick power guy there was, so good kick power. McMullen, 93 kick power is not great, like I said, but For a 7th round pick, it's not the end of the world. All right, reveal of the overalls. Quarterback 76, which is good. King 74, which is all right. Woodward, I keep calling him Woodward. 76, safety 76, DT 74, middle linebacker 70, 72 for the DT, 72 for the guard, and then kicker is 70. So not bad, actually. I think Dylan's going to play center. I actually don't know. We need somebody to play tackle, though. That's all I know. Bernie Timmons, though, the starting quarterback, because he's hidden, wearing number 0. Paranoid sense of pressure, which is really bad, but it's a rebuild, so I don't think that matters. 84 deep, 80 medium, 81 short. I guess we'll take a look at the dev since we're going to start him anyway, so there's nothing like, hide. There's no reason to hide it. And he's superstar. That is a win. Paranoid does, like I said, suck, but that's my inner actually playing the franchise coming out, because once again, I don't think it matters. Bull Rush, he is a power guy. Not by much, to be honest. We do need a right end, so I don't actually need to change his position, so probably didn't even need to look at his dev, but we're here already. Star dev, I would have loved to see him be superstar. And I'm curious about the corner. Everyone else doesn't really matter too much, but I'm really curious about the corner. 6'4", it could be a beast, or it could just be regular star, which he is. And I guess we'll take a look at one more player. What's the other DT? Moreland. He's huge, so there's a chance that he's like special. Very good power move for a nose tackle, in fairness. Going to be fitting, in the wrong scheme, but what can you do? And he is superstar, so he is a special player after all. We don't hate it. All right, here we are for Season 3. Season 3 already. We are building a decent team, though. We're at a 78 overall. It's like a base roster now. And obviously, a lot of guys do have a lot of potential, like our wide receiver 2 being a superstar, our quarterback being a superstar, our tight end's an X factor. Don't know what Dylan is, but even if he's superstar, whatever, star, doesn't matter. We got a lot of players that are good. We still need to replace a DT. Probably need to replace another linebacker or 2. Maybe 2 DTs even. I don't know about a lineman. I think lineman's fine. Ruiz at right tackle at the moment. I mean, realistically, running back, DT, linebacker or 2, and we kind of have our roster. It's just, will it be good enough to win? Because EA doesn't like to give anyone wins in Sim, let alone a team that's kind of fallen behind a little bit, even though we're only 1 overall behind the Rams now. All right, 84 mil. Antonio Gibson's our starting running back right now, but we would definitely like to have better. It might have to come through free agency because the draft is not going to do you well in that situation. But more players that, not really many anymore that are from the original team that were 0 overalls. All right, an improvement, but still not the playoffs. 7-10. Kind of played better in the second half of the season. We are in a 4-3, but offensively we have kept the exact same scheme. You can see a couple of wins near the end, a little bit more wins near the middle to end of the season than in the beginning. And I guess that's a good thing. It shows progress. And I'm hoping our overall see progress because the team is still extremely young. Bernie Timmons didn't throw that many interceptions, but he also didn't throw that many touchdowns. 3,500 yards is okay. Rushing, Gibson did have his best season yet. Might even get a re-sign because of that because we are pretty desperate at the position. Birmingham with 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. The rest not so great. Tight end is okay, I guess, because tight end numbers getting to 800 yards in a game in Madden in a season in Madden is not really that easy. Away, which was the big free agent name, if you will, 8 sacks. Francois with 6.5. Miller with 3.5. King with only 3. Interceptions, 3 for Bennett. I mean, he got a dev up last time from it. I doubt it'll happen again, but you never know. And then Dicker, we probably need a new kicker. The guy we got in the draft probably isn't good enough to replace him, but Dicker needs to be replaced. So whoever it is, we welcome you. Any award wins? No. Pounds at number 2. Looking at any situation here, no award wins. The only award win we've won so far was that Defensive Rookie of the Year, which was pretty generous as is anyways. But no playoffs in year 3, but getting closer. Colts versus Panthers Super Bowl, and the Panthers win it. I almost call them the Panthers, like they wear pants or something. Offensive DevOps, probably none, right? Maybe the wide receiver, I guess. Not going to be the case, though. And then defensively, could be. I don't see any. Oh, yeah, Bennett. 3 interceptions is good enough to go to X Factor. 6 interceptions in 2 years is from normal to superstar X Factor, apparently. Well, Bennett's him, I guess. Everyone else, I don't know about, but team actually doesn't look terrible. Did I start Francois over Moreland? Whoops. Either way, I mean, realistically, linebacker, maybe running back, Everything else is kind of good. All right, free agency, Jalen Ramsey. Okay, so there's some big dogs here. King didn't play well. Do you pay Phillips? I don't know. I got to see how well Phillips has played, but overall, outside of Phillips, I don't think there's a name here we want. We don't really need any of these names, right? I think we're kind of chill. All right, we got 3 names on the list. They're not great, but I mean, I guess we'll take them. I actually kind of don't want Nakobe Dean now that I think about it. Hey, they listen to me. Isaiah Spiller is just another decent option that's young, and then Riley Patterson, a 2-year, like 8 for a kicker with good accuracy, okay power. I ended up trading 2 4th-round picks for this guy that they had on the trade block. He's 23 years old, Tyler Dyson, who I actually read at first Tyson Dyson for some reason. Very disappointed that it's actually not Tyson Dyson. And I realized that I traded for a guy that is a lot better than I thought he was. He is very good, but he's entering year 3, and he has yet to see this field as a starter. We're trading for him to automatically be a starter. Yeah, 3.3 yards per carry in 2025. Didn't play for the Patriots who had him, so I guess the Colts signed him. Who even is this guy? How is he such a high overall, but the team that drafted him didn't want him anymore? Second round pick in the 3rd round, so we basically gave him exactly what the original team that drafted him got or gave up, even though the Colts didn't even have to pay that. Ooh, Atlanta's going to be giving me a nice trade here from 12. We're going to be getting 28 this year and a first. Oh, that's 2 years from now. I'm not even going to have that pick for a while, dude. That is a long time, is it not? Do I still take it, though? That seems like a scam, but I'm just going to take it. Trade Finder trades are usually more valuable than regular trades, so... Oh, we have 2 first-round picks, do we? Oh, where do we get this one? I don't even remember. Okay, well, we're a little better off than I thought we'd be. I'm going to take this trade from Washington, get a couple of 3rd-round picks. They're all spread around multiple years, it seems, but I don't really care. Don't really need much anyways, and most of my guys are like 1 to 2s, mainly 2 to 3s. I'll see if there's anyone here that I really want. But overall, I mean, there's not really a player that we need to grab to start right away, right? So we have Sykes, so we have some DT types, but I mean, realistically, I guess I'll grab DeMarcus Klein, and that's really where my kind of idea of going for first-rounders even lives. And he's hidden, so I guess he starts, but the nose tackle we have is a superstar, so at the same time, I don't really know. Is that even a smart decision? And we're going to go to 42 with the Vikings, get a 3rd round next year. The Vikings, you got to give them some credit, though. They give you some pretty good trades in-game. They're not always super scammy for us, but they usually do give better value than they get, and we do not mind that. And with this pick, I think I might just take a linebacker. I don't have any, maybe I don't take linebacker. They're all like 3 to 4s. Do I keep trading down, I guess? I don't even know. And then ironically enough, the best looking lineman is like day 3. Do I take McMichael, though, just to be like kind of safe, even though none of these guys are like tackle types? I'm going to take him anyways, McMichael. Hidden development trait. 28 reps is 84 strength. If that was 28 reps on a DT, it'd be like, I don't even know, 80 maybe flat strength. Let's move on to the late 2nd, early 3rd, and grab a linebacker. And honestly, we're pretty much set. Boom, Washington, another trade. And I don't know who the best is, but Weldon looks the best. He's also pretty huge, so we're going to go with Mr. Casey Weldon. Welcome to the squad. Normal development traits. It's always the guys that look the most guaranteed that are actually the worst. We still have a bunch of linebackers left. I don't know who the best one is. Stanley looks like he has the lowest ceiling for coverage, but his block shed looks good. Jermaine Hall I might end up taking anyways. And then lineman, even though it's an F, I am intrigued. We don't really need linemen anymore. Really feel like Jermaine Hall is the best out of the bunch, but I might go Stanley. I'm going to go Stanley. He's got, the best key ratings again. Please, one of them. Another normal. Sweet. Can I just get one hidden? We drafted 1 linebacker last year. Hidden. We draft 2 this year. No hidden. Bolden's there. Do I take Hall? I might even take both. I'm going to take Hall. Jermaine Hall, please. No, another normal. Could you imagine seeing that in real life? Seeing a team take 3 linebackers in 1 round, and they're all, non-pass rushers? Might trade up in the start of the next round for Hauser. I really like him. And then I might keep our 4th round pick because there's a very fast wide receiver there. A 5th and a 6th and a 7th this and a 5th next to move up to this high pick in the 4th round to grab the lineman. And then at 25, I'd imagine the wide receiver is going to be there because he was projected late. But since he's fast, you just never know. But Adam Hauser is going to be our choice. Looked pretty decent. Key ratings and all. Hidden development trait. Another 84 strengther. Couldn't get the luck at linebacker, but we got it all on offensive line. And then with this pick, like we said, it will be the speedy wide receiver named Julius Moss, who does not look great, obviously, but once again, fast wide receiver, 4.26, you can't go wrong. And somehow hidden at 98 speed, 98 excel. We're at number 10, a classic speed number for the Raiders. And in the late 5th, there's a running back, Donovan Ford. Why the hell not? 91 speed, 90 excel. We've got our running back set, it seems. Hopefully. Hopefully we see that the running back that we traded for is a good player, but obviously these guys, if they're low overalls, usually don't play too well out the gate. Going to take a random fullback in Jeromepkr. Very interesting name. That's like a very I don't know, I'm Jeromepkr, and I run this, I don't even know, auction house. I don't even know. What is he talking about? Who knows? Lions with 2 7th-round pick next year. That's not bad, I guess. Trade bait if not used. Going to the draft recap. Let's see what we got. 76 for the DT, which is nice. 73 for the guard. 74. So the linebackers were, well, maybe not Jermaine Hall, but the linebackers, the other two, were actually pretty good overalls. But, yeah, I mean, I kind of want to take a look at the wide receiver because he's insanely fast, and it said his ratings sucked. Which they're not wrong. I mean, his catching is good enough, and his spec catch is great. But, yeah, he's pretty raw on the route running and all that, but he probably will make his way at least as the number 3 or 4. We do have some pretty good wide receivers as is. Dev, superstar. That seems so busted, though, that he can be that fast with that good of Dev. The speed itself should be, the prize. But no, he's also a superstar, just to make him even more busted. Klein, very good pass rush ability. Probably will be a starter, honestly. And he's superstar. I think you start the 2 superstars, even though one of them's a nose tackle. I think you do. And I am curious to see those linebackers. Did we actually miss out on, we just somehow sell and, all the guys we didn't take were hidden? Wouldn't surprise me. I don't even remember who's who, to be honest. I don't even care. It is year 4. Like I said, 5 years is usually the cutoff point for a rebuild, but we'll see where we're at. If we get to the playoffs, maybe win a game and lose, maybe we'll give it a 6th season. But 5 is just so clean. It's so even. And that's just the good cutoff point. Otherwise, the video lasts too long. Voice crack. Please do not make fun of me for it. Okay? Ellis should not be the starter. I didn't even plan this. I actually had Ellis as the starter, and then Weldon just came out of nowhere. Even though they're normal, they have a higher ceiling, right? Ison is just... did I call him Ellis? What the hell? It's not even close. But he's already 24, and I don't know, dude. But looking at all the other players, especially Bennett, we're actually looking okay. We still might need a draft linebacker, maybe need a new running back. So technically, we didn't actually fix those positions, but there's a potential that we did. So we're hoping that's the case. Either way, our 5'10", 183 corner is an 85 overall X factor. He's on his way to being one of the best corners in the league at 5'10", 183. All right, we have quite a bit of money. Things are going pretty well. Yes, you keep the punter. And I guess you keep AJ Epinesa. And I guess it wouldn't hurt to have Fulton as the number 3. Not have some Epinesa. Cesar Ruiz is who I meant. Everyone else goes. Somehow our best team yet is the worst team we've had. 1-16. 1-16. Remember when I was like, maybe we'll do a 6th season depending on how Season 5 goes? Well, I don't know if I feel great about Season 5's chances. Now, I'm starting to realize that, it was 4 years in, and I finally realized that we're in the AFC West. Maybe not the best team or even conference, let alone the division to be trying this in. But, we go straight for the jugular. Bernie Simmons, more touchdowns, more yards, but more interceptions. The running back was terrible because that's how it works. If we want a good running game, we're going to have to trade for a guy. Receivers really haven't played well, kind of. Bond was terrible at left tackle. Edge was god-awful. Interceptions, we had 3 of them. We honestly might as well have not even existed. They might as well have said that the AFC West was a 3-team division. I mean, they're like, we literally were just bad at every facet. That is actually so annoying because we're actually like, on the board now, if you will. Of course, we got Defensive Rookie of the Year for some whatever reason, maybe a bunch of tackles. But we're actually on the board with an overall, We're not like the 60, 70 overall team anymore. We're like an 80 overall, 83, and that's with the morale down. I mean, we're probably middle of the pack, top 20, right at the edge of 20, right? Yet we win one whole game. Like, it's, I'm just going to take a look and see, what overall we are compared to the rest of the league. We're 83, 83, 84, 85, 83, 83, 87, 81, 84, 87, 86, 85, 84, 85, 84, 85, 86, 84, 83, 85, 88, 85, 85, 90, 86, 86, 86, 84, 86, 86. So, I mean, we're a couple overalls lower than some of the best teams in the league, but we're at least like 22, 23 based on the roster talent, yet we won one game. So we were better than one whole team on the year, and because of the whole record itself, you could argue that that's not even true. You might have just got lucky. I also realized that I just simmed the draft. I hope I caught it quick enough, otherwise I'm going to have to reset everything. Oh, we got lucky. We got very lucky. I don't know who won the Super Bowl. It was the Panthers. We got lucky that I didn't just sell on Season 5. Wow. Any dev ups? Everyone looks to be the same. Moss, obviously the superstar. Do we trade off Schaffer, put Bass at the 3, and then Moss at the 2, or vice versa, Bass at 2, Moss at 3? Because Schaffer's really good. It's just, I feel like we should start that superstar. Okay, things are happening here. Moreland was already a superstar. Klein I did have at the number 2. I think it did reorder, because I had everyone starting. I actually had Klein as the number 1, I believe. Pounds went up in dev, and so did Stanley. It would have seemed to be. Superstar dev there. So they're still really low overalls, despite the fact that the slider's on 150. 77 overall, 76 overall here for Stanley. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a season where we absolutely spend some money in offseason here. Maybe even try to get a decent running back. We need to have somebody proven. Because like I said, the AI just, if it's not a 90-plus overall, it seems like the running backs just suck. And I'll be honest with you, I don't see off the bat anyone halfway decent. Best running back is Tyjae Spears. I mean, that's basically what we have already got. Who is the superstar? It was Joe Mixon, who is really regressed. Man, those running back sliders. But once again, kind of realistic, right? Like, players, especially running backs, don't really last that long once they hit like 30-something. Nolan Smith's interesting, but honestly, like, we're not getting pass rush success from anyone. I did say success. I don't know what that's supposed to mean here, but I said it, damn it. But yeah, I mean, none of these guys really make any sense. I mean, there's nobody here. So if we want anyone, it's going to have to be through the trade. So we have $183 million to spend on absolutely nobody. We need to find a running back that's really good that's on a contract year. Because we can pay anyone. We just have no one to pay. Something I'm going to need for my hair when it's completely gone shortly. We lost a lot, but we got Christian McCaffrey, McMichael, a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th and 6th this year for Christian McCaffrey, who is obviously on the older side, but all the other guys were just a little too hard to trade for. We've got ourselves a starting running back that can develop this run game. Obviously, it's going to be a little iffy after the season's up. He probably already regressed pretty hard, but you know what? He's him still, and we needed a proven running back. That's what we got. We trade Kirkland, the star dev running back, to the Bears for a 4th-round pick. They currently only have one running back on the roster. He's a 73 overall normal dev, so get some value for him before he's gone. Tyson might be gone too, but I mean, he seems like a guy you could develop long-term. He just kind of sucks right now because his overall is low. But I just wanted someone a little bit more guaranteed in case Season 5 is our last season. There's probably other positions we could really use. I really don't see this team as good enough to win a Super Bowl. But we'll go for the full 6. Maybe I needed to bump the XP sliders up a little bit higher. I don't know. Who the hell is... Oh, I forgot. So we did kind of sell. We have another option with Hauser here, but Cesar Ruiz decided to decline a 3-year 40, which is really crazy. Because I think Quinn Miner's on a 4-year 40, and he's better. But we have Hauser as the replacement, so I don't really care too much. But yeah, I probably would have tagged him because we have all the money in the world, just no one to spend it on, like we've said in the past. And the past is actually like just recently. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of the roster we're sitting at for Season 5. I like the players, I just don't like the overalls. All right, pick 1, and our next pick is 20 in the, what is that, the second round? They're going to give us 29, them being Chicago, for a first, another first, some other stuff. I kind of want to get a couple of picks this year, but I definitely want one of these crazy trades. Pick 1 overall is valuable. We suck. We deserve to be better. The Niners probably could have just done this and threw in CMC in the first place, but who cares? We got it done anyways. 11. I actually don't know which one of these trades is the best. I'm thinking the San Francisco 49ers, though. I'm liking the Niners pick. I wanted to get, actually, to be fair, I wanted to get around 20. 23 is close. The Vikings at 20, and they have a lesser chance. Yeah, the Vikings are solid. I wanted 20. They're giving me a bunch of firsts and seconds, and the Vikings are a little iffy at times. I don't know if I just gave them a quarterback, but it doesn't matter to me if I did or not. And it was a left tackle. They wanted that left tackle super badly. I'm sure a team would do that for a left tackle. I mean, what kind of left tackle would you have to be? Would you have to be like 6'8", 350 pounds, more agile than like prime LaShawn McCoy? I don't even know like how you get to be the first pick overall to the point where a team trades up that much to get to you. Like, that would be insane. But I ended up wanting to go to 20 because this is who I wanted. I wanted Taylor Bradford. Looks pretty decent, and he could be a starter on the line. Not wrong, but normal dev, so not going to be a starter for us, I'll tell you that much. I was just thinking King wasn't really playing well, and, you know, this guy looked really good, but, well, I got to thinking wrong, apparently. And I did have a center that looked really good. I probably should have just went for him, but he's gone now, let me tell you. I mean, and honestly, at this point, I don't really have anything else I need. I need running back. We got CMC for a year, maybe 2. I need linebacker. We got a billion of them. We'll try to go for some soon. I need pass rusher, I guess. I tried to get one. It didn't work out, so I'm just going to go O-line. And he's normal. I'm done, dude. This has been a really bad draft so far. I know we made a really nice trade that's going to help us down the line, but is there even going to be a down the line? You know, if this is a complete failure, like, do we not just call it an L and say that the game won? The most I'll do is probably 6 seasons. Otherwise, that's not even a rebuild at that point. It's just a career, like a simulation, just watching them play the whole time. We got 3 first-round picks next year. We can obviously trade for maybe a proven talent if we want. But that would be after the draft. Do I really have to give up a 3rd? Isn't that next year? Like, that's not that far into the future. Is that not good? It's pretty close, so we'll at least do that, I guess. But I'm only going to have, like, 1 chance at a linebacker, so I better not mess it up. I need a hidden. Bad. We had $1 billion 7th-round picks. We ended up trading all this for that high 3rd-round pick for the Niners. And which one do you grab? I don't even know. There's so many. I probably should have just waited a little bit, to be fair, but we're already here. We've made the decision. There's a lot of linemen as well I'm looking at. Morant has been kind of calling to me. He is 22, so you're taking a little bit more of a risk. I'm going to take Morant. I'm done, dude. Everyone's normal. Bro, every player has been normal. Every player in this draft has been normal. Every player that I've drafted linebacker except for one has been normal. It's not normal that they're all normal. Like, this is bad. How many linebackers are left? We still have Branch. We still have Alexander. We still have several. Holcomb looks good. Please, Holcomb. Please be good. I'm done. I'm done. I'm actually done. They're all normal. There's not a single hidden. There's just not one. We're down to 2 linebackers. Evan Humphrey looks good, too. I'm going to trade up. I'm going to wait for Sanford. I'm going to do one more pick. I'm going to go to the Saints. I don't want to go with the same team again. Watch it. We're going to take them. Oh, my God. What are the actual odds of that, though? Let's go to the Saints anyways. Take the other guy. That's a day 3. Watch the Niners guy, actually. The guy we were literally just about to take. Watch him actually be hidden. And the guy we're about to go for right now not be hidden. I'm going to be so mad. My fault. I mean, every team should be tradable. I'm not sure why I decided this time that I shouldn't be able to trade with them. Trade all that stuff for that 4th-round pick. Just be hidden. He's probably not going to be very good, so it's not going to matter if he's hidden, but just be hidden. You get the starting job. That's how it works. We have no hidden linebackers, like, at all. A-zone covered. Austin Branch, 21. Is that like 6 linebackers now that are all normal development trade? That's actually insane how unlucky we are. That's actually ridiculous. And the irony, once again, is going to be that the Niners are going to have the guy that we were going to go for, and he'll be hidden. I just know it. We need cornerback depth, so Baldwin, who looks okay, I guess. 6th-rounder, why not? He is slow as hell, didn't check his speed. I don't really care. It's just another body in the bag. I don't even know. That sounds weird, but whatever. Giraffe recap. Not giraffe. Recap. Giraffe. I just said the same thing twice. Right end was good. Right guard was okay. Middle linebacker. I mean, these guys are all terrible. Like, we didn't even land a single hit in, actually, did we? Even the lineman was normal, wasn't he? Oh my, that's actually one of the worst drafts I've ever had, especially considering we started with pick 1 overall. Obviously, we got a lot of value for this upcoming season, and I might even trade some of it to secure a better season this year, but wow. Yeah, I might go for a linebacker. We also have some players that we can trade off, like Dyson. I don't know if I'm going to sign him. I probably just need to go for proven running backs every time, especially with the money we have, but I think O-line's fair enough. I think we need to trade for a linebacker, and I guess Delpit's not that bad. So just a linebacker would be fine, I think. We trade for a linebacker, and we go on in for Season 5. We trade for Drew Sanders, a second this year, Hall and Francois for an 83 overall, but superstar development trait, middle linebacker, who's actually very well-rounded. He will be playing our left outside linebacker position. So we have all superstars at the linebacker spot now. We are trading Schaffer to the Giants for a 3rd-round pick. I think he's probably worth more than that, but fair enough because we're not going to use him anymore after this season because he needs a contract. I really don't feel like paying 3 wide receivers the same year. And, that seems like a pretty bad decision. All right, Season 5. Yeah, the team is getting there, but it's taking a little bit longer than we would have thought. Christian McCaffrey could change things for us. Gotta win a lot more than one game just with him alone. I might try to run a scheme that's a little bit receiver, like running back receiver heavy, so maybe like Carolina, I don't know. But, yeah, we gotta play better than we have so far, without a doubt. King's been getting these camp standouts or camp breakouts like multiple times now, and he finally got the one of 2. We have 202 mil, but now it is time to sign the first draft class. And they are asking for some quantity. Of course, Bennett's really not asking for much, so if we can even get this close to this, a 7-year 98 is a steal for us. Same with all these other guys. Most of these contracts are pretty fair for us. I'll take them. If we win, I think we're in. And we are at 10-7. Barely making it in. I don't know how good the season was. I'm just hoping that Christian McCaffrey was good. I put on the Panthers playbook on offense. Touchdown pick ratio is amazing. Yards are decent. Christian McCaffrey was definitely better than our previous seasons. Birmingham was decent. Should go up in dev. Bass was eh. Miller was meh. Moss was not great. And even Christian McCaffrey really didn't get involved that much. So this playbook's kind of iffy. Even though the Panthers just won back-to-back Super Bowls. Let's take a look at the sack totals. Still just terrible no matter what scheme I run. And then Bennett, he's already an X factor. Patterson did really well with 10 for 10. I've seen better. I definitely have seen better, but at the same time, it's not the worst, right? It's not great, but it's not the worst either, which is all I can ask for. Best DB goes to Bennett. He's been a hell of a player for us. I'm really debating on if I want to stick with this Panthers playbook or not. But here we go, going up against the Browns. Weak linked, is it because we have like a bad defense or something? 87 overall to their 84. Watch me lose, though. All right, going to the end of the game. Come on, Raiders. Not a bad start. 3-0, down 3-7, 6-7, 6-14, 13-14. We're only down by 1. We've got a chance. Come on, Raiders. Down by 4. Oh, this could be it. Down by 7. The offense is struggling. On 3rd and 6, they decided to run the ball and then proceed to punt. That was the grandiose plan. Interesting. I don't know if I believe in that, but 4th and 3, we're going to be going for this. And catch this. Nice. Not a great throw, but it was good enough, and it got there. Timmons, super. I got to change the playbook. Like, those numbers for passing are just unusably bad. Although, here we are, getting the touchdown and the extra point with the pick. No. Wait, what was it? Wait, what? Oh, it wasn't a pick. It was a penalty. Drew Sanders sold us. Running the blitz. I don't know how to feel about this. We got to get in there ASAP. It's a run. No. Oh, what a tackle. Was that Bennett? I don't even know who that was, but they just made hero plays. I know Nick Chubb is... No, he's still a good overall, because I almost traded for him instead of McCaffrey. Come on, get a block. Not going to happen. The kick is up, and it's off. It's all tied up still. A field goal gives us the lead. Great field position as well. Just don't sell, please. Oh, Lord, 3rd and 9. They're going to... 3rd and 9, and they're running the ball. I don't trust our chances in general. I think this is a really bad decision. I'm going to go for it anyways. And he misses the throw. Oh, my. This game is really good, though. 3rd and 9, they're running the ball. And they don't get it, apparently. It's overtime. I'm not going to stop it. Hey, the AI made a really stupid decision for us, so who's the... Nice run for 33. Who's to say they wouldn't have made a stupid decision as well? And it looks like they're going to tie this thing up. 4th and 11. The game on the line. We're coming out here. I don't know what to run, so I'm going to let them run it. They're probably going to convert, though. All right, fair enough. Let's see if King's got it in them. Club move. Pressure. Knight's knocked down, and that will be the win for the Raiders. Moving on to the divisional round. What an intense one in the wild card. It's just, I mean, just getting here is just challenging enough. Oh, my Lord. Who actually was that got it? Was it Bennett? Bennett's my hero, though. Timmons was okay. Rushing, Christian McCaffrey clutched up near the end with a big 33-yard run. Receiving was pretty bad on our side for the most part. Sack totals, Myles Garrett had 2. Oweh, who he signed to a 2-year 25, and Moreland, both with picks, or sacks, and then Stanley with a pick. Kicking, they missed 1, which was all the difference. Would have never went to overtime. Would have never won if not for that freaking missed kick. Here we are going to the divisional. Who is it going to be? Please don't be the Chiefs, dude. The Bills, not much better. Who do the Bills have to beat? And are the Chiefs still in is what I have a question about. The Chiefs are still in. They beat the Ravens by 7. The Bills had a bye week. Yay, fun. Well, I'm sticking it out with the Panthers playbook. They got us here, and we got to win with them in the playoffs, so why not? So it's snowing, and if we win this game, we have to beat the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl. We'll say not a bad start, 10-3, 17-3 now, 17-10. But yeah, this is a tall task, and we are now only up by 1. The ultimate choke job is among us. We get the lead. It's the 4th quarter, so we're going to slow sim it now. Come on, offense. 3 straight incomplete passes. Yep, that's how that works. 3 straight incomplete passes. They also sell a little bit in fairness. Come on, offense. Stay out on the field. You win the game. 3rd and 18. I got to come in for this. This is a huge play. Probably not going to convert anyways, but they're like, hey, waste some clock. Do they not realize that they have a timeout anyways? Honestly, this is why you've lost, potentially. And all the freaking shotgun plays are, like, short as hell. Man, this Panthers playbook sure is something. I do not need the play action with Timmons. I'm going to go for the quick throw. And that throw is in! First down, game over, championship round. I thought the linebacker was going to get that. I don't know how he didn't. I've seen this throw make it past a couple times. Maybe it's because he looks off and then looks back. I mean, he can make the play on the ball, no? That linebacker is just sitting there. Hey, I don't mind. I'll take it as we're going to win the game, head to the championship round, and probably lose to the Chiefs. Looking at the stats, I mean, both quarterbacks pretty tame. I mean, almost dead even numbers, actually. Rushing was, pretty similar again as well. It was a very close game offensively. Both sides did about the same. Greg Rousseau killed us. Whoever was giving up those sacks should be ashamed of themselves. Putting up an all-time performance against you. And the Chiefs, 90 overall. This could be an L. This could very well be an L. On the other side, it could have an 8-9 Minnesota team. Of course, the team we traded like all those draft picks for, or with. Of course, just our luck. At 8-9 too. If they were just knocked off by 1 seed, it would have been like top 15 pick, like several of them. But no, they have a chance at a Super Bowl title. 14-10, it's a close game. I mean, I'm surprised we're even this close into it, but as you can see, it is falling apart quickly. And on that note, I am probably going to be calling the rebuild. You may literally never beat the Chiefs in Sim, and we just got smoked by them. I'm just going to say that we did a pretty good job. We got to the championship round with a 0 overall team. Took us 5 seasons, but that's not bad. That's not bad. We did all right for ourselves. I would say based on the way we just played there, it would take at least another 2 to 3 seasons, and I'm not really planning on doing a 10-year rebuild of this team, so yeah, I think that's an okay cutoff point. Got to the playoffs, lost in the championship round, but gave them a fight. I guess we'll take a look at who wins the Super Bowl. If it's the Vikings in the Super Bowl, that is so BS. That is rigging. Okay, still, it's really annoying. They're like the 28th or 29th pick. I think we got literally the worst pick you could ask for, pick 30. And the Chiefs won 38-10. How do you compete with that? Let's take a look at the DevUps and I suppose also the team in general as we say our farewell. I don't think anyone went up on offense in Dev. Defensively, Pounds might have went up to X Factor, but outside of that, not really. Kind of tame, like, deving, really. DevUps and just overalls in general for a lot of the players. But here's Jose Miller, 25 years old, just got a big contract. Very solid player. Obviously, X Factor was guaranteed to be good. Birmingham never got the dev up. He did really well this last season specifically and didn't get the dev up. Insane release, really good catching. Route running's lacking a little bit, but short route monster with the release. Jimmy Bass release is going to suck. Yeah, short route's great though. Very agile, very good at catching, but insanely raw at some of the most important things for a wide receiver like route running and release. But Julius Moss, 98.9 excel, 98 speed though. Still lacking really hard on the route running, but deep route is good. So he is a good deep threat. 87 overall for Bernie Timmons, who would get the fifth-year option here. Medium's solid, deep is solid, short's iffy. Got 2 to throw power, which is something. Under pressure at 85 is not bad. What else do we have? It's pretty much it for O-line. I don't really care about, the offense. I don't really care too much about the offensive line. Stanley, normal dev to superstar last season. Great block shed. Zone coverage is okay. Insanely fast. I don't know how you get a +3 to speed, though. Does it tell you why that's happening? I don't even know, but a +3 to speed for any position, let alone linebacker, is pretty absurd. Drew Sanders, we didn't really develop him, but I suppose I'll take a look at him right now. Great block shed, decent coverage, and damn good athlete, I suppose. Then we look at Mr. Pounds, who's only an 81 overall. Jeremiah, what a name. 90 speed, 89 excel. Block shed's great, zone coverage is great. He's actually really good, and he's still young, obviously. And then we look at Bird, I suppose. The 84 overall, 86 zone, okay speed safety. Not crazy great, but definitely good enough. Then we have Bennett, who is ridiculously high of an overall. The Clutch Meister himself, 93 overall. One to zone coverage, not great, but 85 zone, a 96 man, very fast. I mean, dude was putting up numbers. He could have had dev ups every single season if there was devs higher than Superstar X Factor. That's how crazy he was. Well, I wouldn't say crazy, but how crazy the dev ups were, because he was getting dev ups at 3 interceptions somehow. But Woodard, still raw, but very good man, very good press, okay zone, very good excel, and obviously the height is massive. Let's see, Jeremy King. No, it's Justin King. I was thinking of Jeremiah. 91 power move, 72 block shed. Speed is very bad, and excel's good, but speed, I guess, maybe matters, because he was actually really garbage, to be honest. The whole D-line, I mean, they just didn't develop, even though they had all the potential to. Klein, 87 power move, decent block shed, good strength and all that. It's actually a pretty good overall, and he's still climbing. And then Moreland didn't even start one of the seasons. The nose tackle, he's still really bad. His block shed's good, but his power move stayed the same. Went up 9 block shed, but that's really all he did. And I suppose that is actually it. If you guys have another challenge that's even harder than this, which, I mean, I suppose we didn't even succeed it because we didn't win the Super Bowl, let me know in the comment section below if there's some other type of challenge you'd like to see, like some sort of fantasy draft challenge where I can only draft certain player types or something like that. Let me know in the comment section below. And also, just in general, which team you like to see next. There's obviously a ton of regular teams that I haven't done yet, but wanted to mix it up and do a challenge team in between, so that's what we did. And yeah, maybe leave a like if you enjoyed. Maybe subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I really do appreciate your continued support a ton on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content. We did upload Starfield recently enough, but I'm going to be honest with you. That game is so massive, and there's so many games that I can play that would take up that time. I could probably play 3 games that aren't Starfield for the same time it'd take to beat Starfield. I honestly don't know if I'm going to finish it. I might have actually just wasted money getting it early. I don't even know. I knew it was going to be insane and massive, kind of like Elden Ring, but I didn't think it was going to be that intricate, so I don't even know, dude. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. Should be a video tomorrow of some sort, maybe Texans franchise. But until next video, see ya!